I get really inspired by listening to music in other genres that I don't necessarily write in.
Everybody, welcome. We've got a very special guest tonight, Jennifer Hanson. I'm going to read a little bit of your bio because you've done so many amazing things. But one, Jennifer and I have written a number one together, and I was just thinking today. I think I added up of the number ones I've written. There's a group of 10 people that were my co-writers on those songs, and it's just a special connection, I think. Here's a little bit about Jennifer. She is a critically acclaimed singer, songwriter, and producer, recording artist for both Capitol Records and Universal South during her extensive musical career, ACM and CMT nominated artist, as well as multi-platinum award-winning songwriter, recipient of honors from BMI, NSAI, NMPA, and ASCAP. Her songs have been recorded by Kelly Clarkson, Michelle Branch, Gwyneth Paltrow, Jason Aldean, Tim McGraw, Rascal Flatts, Billy Currington, Jana Kramer, Mickey Guyton, Vince Gill, Pam Tillis, Don Williams, and Dan Tominski, to name a few. She wrote the number one singles Leave the Pieces for Grammy-nominated duo The Wreckers and Let Me Down Easy for Billy Currington. She also wrote American Idol finalist Bucky Covington's top 5 hit A Different World, as well as Country Strong, the title track from the Gwyneth Paltrow, Tim McGraw film Country Strong. Her work has been featured in dozens of television shows. We're going to talk about this a little bit more as we go along, because Jennifer's really doing some amazing things in that regard. But she's had songs on Emily in Paris, Station 19, American Idol, America's Got Talent, The Voice, America's Funniest Home Videos, Kelly Clarkson Show, Tonight Show, Good Morning America, Duets, The Sing Off, The Fosters, Switched at Birth, on and on and on and on and on. I'll let you read that. On her website is Jennifer Hanson Music. She currently serves as president of the Nashville chapter for the Recording Academy and has been a driving force in the music industry. So, welcome, Jennifer. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Marty, for having me. I was so looking forward to this tonight. So I'm just thrilled that you asked me to be
Oh,
able to the evening with you
well,
guys.
thank you. Thanks for being here. Let's talk a little bit about you, because and we won't even get into the TV and commercials and all that stuff yet, but you've had cuts in a lot of different genres. What do you think allows a songwriter to be successful in different genres like that, when so many people kind of just focus on one thing? What do you think has allowed you to be successful in different genres?
Well, I think that musically, my taste and my upbringing musically, I love pop music. I love rock music, and country music was something I was introduced to early because of my dad, and so having being multi-genre like that and having a love for Emmylou Harris and Sheryl Crow and Bonnie Raitt and Sean Colvin and Kim Ritchie, and it was kind of a hodgepodge of genres. Um, I think that's probably had something to do with it. But I do now. I find I get really inspired by listening to music in other genres that I don't necessarily write in, and that's another thing I've done this year more than anything is I've taken the time just go and discover new music and discover
Mhm.
new bands and new artists. There's so much great music out there, and it's really inspiring. And especially because I've been making the transition over into the sync world, which is the film and TV and advertising. It calls for all genres of music all the time. And so I have to study and learn and listen and get educated, you know. So it's kind of forced me out of my bubble and my little box that I kind of always stayed in as a country writer.
Mhm.
And so it's been really a great time for me to grow, I think, as a writer and try new things, because I can. So
That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's so important for writers, if you're trying to write commercially, to have a really broad sense of what's going on musically, because like you're saying, I find things all the time in pop music that I go, oh, that would be a cool melodic trick to do in a country song, or I hear a rhythm that I have never written before, and I can bring that into whatever genre I'm writing. So I think and there's a tendency we all have to kind of listen just to the music we grew up on and kind of get in a rut of, everything sounds, for me, it would be like James Taylor or something, but I think you're right. It's so important to dig into new music and hear what people are doing that's fresh and creative.
And young music, like like there's a lot of really great young artists, and the talent is pretty amazing out there, so um yeah, I think it's really good, and it's really healthy to kind of just explore what else is out there. I know for me it's really inspired me